pulling down the heavens. So what you do is you have your feet forward, your hands are going to come up, you're going to look up and to the left, you're going to breathe in, and then you're going to breathe out. You're breathing with your abdomen, so not with your chest. So you're going to breathe in, your abdomen comes out. And as you breathe out, you pull your navel to your spine, you're kind of squeezing your internal organs. So we're trying to strengthen our internal organs. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in. This is pulling down the heavens to set your mind for your practice. The first thing we're going to do is just a simple breathing exercise, but I want to show you the concept of your palms. So you want to put your feet straight. If you have, and we're going to bend our knees slightly. If you have, like I said, if you have problems with your ankles, you can turn your feet 45, but then when you bend down, your knees go out. So what we're going to do is have your feet forward. You're gonna lower your hips. You don't want to lean forward. Your back stays up against the wall. You're lowering your hips. This is engaging the big muscles in your legs. That's going to build up our stability and warm up our lower body. So what we want to do is we want to bring your hands so they're in front of your chest. But this is called your palm. See, it's like you've got a beach ball and you're holding the beach ball. So this is the area of your strength. So you don't want to have your arms stretched out or too close. Your shoulders relax, your elbows are down. Okay, so now we're going to breathe in. Once again, we breathe in with our abdomen. And then breathe out. Breathe in. Your abdomen goes out. You're not breathing in your chest. Breathe out. When you breathe in, you want to pull your navel in. You want to squeeze your internal organs. So you're squeezing your glutes. Breathe in. Relax your abdomen. Breathe out. Breathe in. Everything that you do is going to use this abdominal breathing. So breathe in. Your abdomen drops down. Breathe out. Pull in your navel. Compact your internal organs. We're massaging our internal organs, trying to get fluids flowing. Breathe in, one more. And breathe out. Okay, so every movement we do, you're going to use that kind of breathing. Okay, so we're going to start. What happens is all these movements are made to turn your body into an efficient machine for having moving fluids and energy around your body. So right now, you're going to start by shaking your hands really loosely. This is called shaking the 9 gates. The 9 gates are your 9 major joints: hip, knee, and ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper and lower middle back. So you start out by shaking your hands, and then once you get that, now you're going to have your body go up and down. Now your hands are shaking, but that's because your whole body's shaking. We're trying to break up adhesion in your body from watching too many Netflix series. You're just sitting there, all your internal organs stick together. You got to loosen that up, otherwise your body's a swamp. We're trying to get it to move more efficiently. So you're going to start now. If you're not concerned about your balance, what you actually want to do is you want to lift your heels slightly off the ground. And then when you come back, you're going to drop down. That sends a shock wave through your body. Once again, breaking up more adhesions in your fascia, separating your internal organs. And also this is it actually builds up your bones too, because this is like stress training. Instead of jogging, you can just shake the 9 gates. Right, and then you turn to side to side. So you're just really loose. We're trying to get energy to go from the center of our body out to our fingertips, going back and forth. And then you throw your hands out. You want energy to go out to the body. So now we're going to warm up our spine and continue. This is like We're twisting our internal organs, waking them up. These are all just warm-up exercises. You can just get up anytime during the day and do. So you're gonna look over your shoulder, look over your shoulder. This is the Chinese name for this is, the translation of the Chinese name for this is dragon shakes his whiskers. So your hands are loose and they're hitting against you. There's meridians there and you're waking, causing shock in your internal organs to separate them and strengthen them. You're just looking over. Now we want to engage our mind. So you pick a point on each side. And as you turn, you focus. So we're strengthening our eyes. These all seem like simple things, but they're actually doing a whole bunch of things at once. So you focus, and then if you have enough flexibility, you move that point around so there's only one point, so you're turning 360 degrees. Do two more, 1, 2. Okay, the next one is, we're going to do a crescent stance. This is where you have to be careful if you have some spinal problems. We're going to reach for the wall, reach for the ceiling, and then we reach for the other wall. Our shoulders are against the wall. We're on the sideways going back and forth. We're squeezing our internal organs this side, stretching our nervous system, getting the kinks out of it. Plus, we're trying to get our spine into a crescent shape. It's a crescent stance so that we separate the vertebrae and let fluid flow. So reach. So here we go. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out. We're trying to reach for that wall over there, not for the ceiling. So breathe in, breathe out. This is just called a crescent stance. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So these three are just to get our bodies ready for our practice. Breathe in, breathe out. And then one more, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're going to do a quick warm up. So what we're going to do is we're just going to loosen up our necks a bit. So there's a big clock. You're watching the second hand go around. We're just lightly warming up our neck. You don't want to crank it. Just go around a few times and then go around the other way. Okay, so there's a set of movements that are called the 8 Brocades. There's 8 movements, and we usually use some of those movements in our warm-up. If you want to learn the individual movements, we do classes, but right now you would have to go to our website, and then you could just find 8 Brocades, and you can learn all 8 exercises. The first one we're going to do is called splitting heaven and the earth. So remember, we have this distance. We're holding that beach ball. What we're going to do is we're going to grab the beach ball on the bottom and the top. That's the golden chi ball, it's called. And what we're going to do, first we're just going to turn it over back and forth. So you want to make sure it's a beach ball, so it's not out here, it's here. It's in the middle. Once again, this is your power distance. Turning it over and turning it over. All these movements, turn it back over and back over. So these movements, once again, these are actually from Tai Chi. You're moving this energy around. When you're practicing Tai Chi, I'll just do the movement. They have these movements where you come up, you start holding the golden chi ball, and then you separate them. That's called part the wild horse's mane. So this is actually a movement in Tai Chi, even though it seems, like I said, all these things seem really simple, but they're actually part of a great complex of movement. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn it over, and then the hand on top is going to press the heavens. So it's going to come up. In both these things, you want to pull your hands back. We're trying to work our forearms, so you're pulling your hands back as far as possible. So the hand on the top is going to go up It's going to point in the same direction as your shoulders, and you're going to press the heavens. The hand that's in the bottom is going to come down along your side, and it's going to press the earth. So you're stretching. They're not just up there. You're just not holding them. They're each pushing. You're pushing, separating. It's like you're trying to push heaven and earth separately. This one, the bottom hand, it looks forward. Then you're going to bring your hands together. We're going to grab the golden chi ball again. We're going to turn it over. Now the other hand's on top, and so we're pressing. So here we go. We're going to breathe in, turn over the chi ball, breathe out, and then you're going to stretch. This is stretching your meridians, opening up your nervous system. Breathe in, breathe out. It's lifting your rib cage off your internal organs. Then when the other side, it's pressing down. So you're massaging your internal organs, getting fluids going. Come down, breathe in, breathe out, press, breathe in, breathe out, press, breathe in, turn over the golden chi ball, breathe out, pushing up and down. We'll do one more each side. Breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in. Turn it over, breathe out. Okay, we're going to still work on our upper body, but we're going to work on our arms too. So we're going to start out by meshing our hands together. We're going to come in, and while we're doing this, we might as well work on our lower body too. So put your feet about 2 shoulder widths apart and bend your knees. So now we're waking up, building up our stability while we're doing it. So you're going to mesh your hands, bring them to your sternum, and then as you breathe out, you're going to push. So you want to push out. So we're working the forearm. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. This is just a warm-up exercise. Breathe out to prepare us for the next movement we're going to do. Now you're going to breathe in, and when you breathe out, you're going to go straight out. See, once again, we're trying to push out so that we're working our forearms. Breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in, breathe out. Okay, bring your feet about shoulder width apart. Now we're going to do something called 2 hands press the heavens, but this is going to require you to bring your hands above your head. So if you have shoulder problems, just go to whatever level is comfortable for you, and then do it at that level. So you have to watch your own body, because I'm not there. So we're here. So we're going to start here. So we're going to breathe in. Our hands come up. We go up on our toes. And once again, if you're having problems with your balance, you can hold a chair or something while you're going up. So you're going to breathe in. You go up on your toes. Breathe out. And then when you come back down, you're going to lean to the side. And your shoulders, it's like you're not twisting. Your shoulders are up against the wall. So your shoulders are straight. Then you're going to breathe in. Breathe out. This is a crescent pose on the other side. Lean to that side. Breathe in. Again, this is lifting your rib cage off your internal organs. And this time when we breathe out, we're going to look over our shoulders to warm up our spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, that's one set. And then we come back down. That's called 2 hands press the heavens. So we're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do one more set so your hands float down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Oops, sorry, I should be leaning to the side. Breathe in. Breathe out. I was doing the second part, sorry. Breathe in. Lean to the side. Breathe in. Turn to the side. As you breathe out, breathe in, up on your toes, stretching, and breathing out. Turning to the side and then floating down. Okay. I started thinking about how in Chinese medicine, you have 3 hearts. You have your heart in your chest. The main thing is to keep fluids moving around your body so you stay healthy. You have the heart in your chest. You want to make that as efficient. You want your lungs opening and closing so that you get good oxygen. But the way you do that is by doing abdominal breathing. So remember at the beginning, we had you use your abdomen to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in and then breathe out. That's your abdominal breathing. That's your second heart. So you've got your 3 hearts, your heart, your abdomen, but your third heart, which no one guesses, are your calves. So gravity pulls all these fluids down to your ankles. Get big fat ankles, and there's a lot of toxins that are generated. You need to get all that back up into your torso so that can be expelled from your body. And so your calves, it's a passive system, so you have to use your body to do it. So when we do these movements and we're going forward and lifting our heels or even shifting our weight, we want to engage our calves. So as we're going up and down, we sink down, our calves are engaged. So now our third heart is beating, pushing all those fluids up into our bodies so they can be cleaned. So that's what we're doing here. When we're doing this, we're going up, we're using our calves, so we're actually getting our third heart beating. I just wanted to throw that out. Okay. Like I said, there's a fair number of new people today, so I just wanted to make sure that people kind of understand why, even though these movements look very simple, they're actually doing something. So what we'll do is we'll actually do a few of these, which I just did, which are, this is called standing in a boat. And this gets all 3 of your hearts going. So what you're going to do first is you're going to shift forward so that your weight's on the ball of your foot and your toes. So you're going up. You're not leaning forward. This is in Tai Chi, you always maintain your balance. So you're kind of coming up, but your weight's going on the ball of your foot. And then we're going to sink down the weight's on your heels, but you're still grabbing the floor with your toes. So you're breathing in and then you're breathing out. So this is going back and forth. When you go forward, that's called the small triangle. And then when you come back, you're on your big toe and your heels. So we'll just do that a few times, breathing in, breathe out. So this is the reason we're doing it. And you want your heels, if you're not concerned with if you feel you have good enough balance, you want your heels to come slightly off the ground, and then you're sinking down. So breathe in, abdominal breathing, breathe out. Squeeze your organs in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do one more of those. Breathe in. Breathe out. So this has the main part of your body, the fluids going through, but you also want fluid going up in your spine. So what we're going to do is when you go forward, you slightly arch. You're not arching it a lot, but you slightly arch your back. And then as you come back and sink down, you pull in your pelvis and straighten your lower back. So this is a horseback, slightly arched. And we come back as we sink, we round, pull in our pelvis. It's like we're pushing our kidneys against the floor, the wall, and that rounds. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, round your back, go up, breathe in, horseback, breathe out, round your back. Breathe in, breathe out. So this is This is called standing on a boat. So you're going forward and then you drop down. So now your fluid's coming up from your legs to your body. We're rounding and arching our back. That's getting fluids going up to our brain, clearing up our brains. Okay, so to make it a little easier, remember we're going to actually use our hands too. So your hands are going to float up. So when you do this, you never want to have tension in your shoulders. So you've got balloons attached to your wrist. So if you have your arms straight, see now my shoulders are tense. They just gently flow up and your elbows stay below your wrist. And then when you come down, they come back down here. So just doing this, your hands are floating up. You're going up on the ball of your foot and you're coming back. So this is called standing in a boat. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. So we're doing a lot here. So we'll go through the things. Abdominal breathing, breathe out, breathe in. Your abdomen goes down. As we breathe out, pulling your navel, it's a little more forceful coming back because you're breathing in. This is all very relaxed as your abdomen goes down. But when you breathe out, you pull in your navel, you use your glutes, you pull up your perineum, and you compress. You're using your core to compact your organs so that they become stronger. So breathe in, breathe out. Abdominal breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, that's the first part we do, abdominal breathing. Now we're going to breathe in. Want to make sure we're going forward onto the ball of our foot. If we can, we're secure in our balance. We're lifting up our heels just slightly off the ground, enough to get a credit card go. And then as we come back, we sink down on our heels. But still, we're still grabbing the ground with our toes. So our feet are slightly arched. Okay, so and you want your hips to be going slightly up and down. So now this is engaging your third heart, your calves, and that's flushing the toxins out of the lower part of your body. And we're also building up our ankles to give us more stability when we walk. So we'll just focus on those, abdominal breathing and going up and down. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And then breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're just going to do one more thing. So when we come up, we arch our back very slightly. And as we drop down, we round our back. So once again, now we're trying to also get fluids going in our spinal column and our brain. Breathe out. So breathe in, slightly arch your back. Horseback, breathe out, drop down, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, arch your back, pull in your pelvis, round your back, push your kidneys out, breathe in, breathe out. So maintaining your health is all about getting the fluids flowing through your body. Breathe out. We'll go one more time. Breathe in. Okay, so you actually, all those things seem like they're pretty simple, but if this is your first time, you learned a lot of things about using your abdomen, using your calves, just getting your body moving around. We also usually do a few minutes of meditation at the end, and the way we do standing meditation, which is a little bit easier. What you want to do is you're going to have we'll just go through this quickly. We'll do it for 5 minutes. So you have your feet about shoulder width apart. They're going forward. Your knees, this one, you're not going down, but your knees are relaxed. You don't want your legs locked because you want energy moving around your body. So what we're going to do here is, instead of having your rear end sticking out, you're going to round, once again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to round, pulling your pelvis, round your lowers back so your backbone is straight. You're going to reach up, pull your shoulders back and drop them down. And you want to feel like your head's being pulled up. You've got a little hook in your head and it's pulling up. So now you have separating the vertebrae in your spine. This way, your spine is straight, so it's like a string of pearls hanging down. You don't want to close up your arms because that'll stop energy from flowing. So you have, a robin's egg under your armpits, so your hands are out. Okay, and we're going to start out, and of course you always do abdominal breathing. You should do it all the time in your daily life, but certainly in the practice you should do it. So each season you do a different handstand. Handstand. You do a different hand posture. And so we're in autumn right now, and so we're trying to build up the strength in our internal organs and build up the heat. So what we're going to do, it's like you're holding a bowl. It's called the brass basin. It's in front. It's like your hands are in front of your navel. And so you're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're probably saying this is too easy for meditation, but there's more to do. So breathe in. When you breathe in, you want to touch the tip of your tongue behind your teeth. And then when you breathe out, it drops down. Breathe in, your tongue comes up. Breathe out, it drops down. Breathe in, tongue up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And of course, meditation is about training your mind. So what you do in Taoist, this kind of Taoist meditation, is you visualize energy moving around your body. And every season there's a different one. And what we're doing now is when you breathe in, you imagine energy going from your fingertips up the outside of your arm to your torso. So breathe in, energy is flowing up the outside of your arm, and then when you breathe out, it goes from your torso down the inside of your arms to your fingertips. So breathe in, breathe out. Energy goes from your torso to your fingertips. You want to visualize it. Breathe in. So golden energy is going up, flowing from your fingertips, and then breathe out. It's going down the inside of your arms. This is called directed thought. Different types of meditation have different mental things that you're doing. So breathe in, energy comes up the outside of your arms. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're doing our abdominal breathing, so you're still pulling in your navel, compacting your internal organs. Breathe in. Tongue to the top of your mouth. Breathe out. Drops down. Breathe in. Energy goes up from your fingers, up the back of your arms to your torso. Breathe out. Energy goes from your torso. So we'll do 3 more. Try to remember all the things. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And one last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so we're going to pull our feet together and then we're going to reach up. We're going to pull down the heavens again. We're going to gather all the energy we built up. And as we breathe out, we're going to push it down into our navel. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in.